There we go. I think I messed up the intro there for a second. Alright, it's stream time. So let's get this out. Alright. Let's go. It's time, fishes. Alright. Alright. In the meantime, while everybody's doing this, I need to get the deck, actually. Let's see. So, let's go to Mana Traders. I would like to rent a deck. And I know which one it is. Yeah. Okay, I didn't make changes to this quick. So I do want those. But I also want some of those, and oh yeah, good old Null Rod me. Oh, Null Rod needs the creature. Alright, 60. What am I missing here? Oh, I cut. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Excellent. Alright, we're getting our deck. Momentarily, it will be sent to me. I need to first remove this, because we gotta remake this. And we'll do it as soon as they send me the cards. I guess I can get rid of these. I don't need them here. Because I just remake them every time that I get cards sent to me. Wow, it's slow today. Normally it would have sent me my stuff by now, but today for some reason it's lagging a little bit. Yeah, this is all the stuff that I ended up keeping because it was either not worth selling and nobody wanted to buy it, or because it was actually worth a lot and then helped me get around the limit for borrowing cards. Like, it's why I kept the Forces and Brazen Borrower. So, oh, it made progress by 1%. Okay, we're getting there. I'm watching it on the other screen here. Got to get in this practice because I want to go and play in Philadelphia, so need to have some idea of what I'm doing. Oh, we made a several percent now. All right, now it's actually going. We're at 34 and climbing. Excellent. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed these or not last time while we're waiting. Yeah, I had a few buttons printed now, so yeah, there we go. I thought this was cool. So then if I I can actually wear it when I'm in Philly, so it'll be easy to tell who I am. Come on. Where are we at here? 38%. Oh, God, you're killing me. Mana traders. Come on, we gotta go. We're trying to start a stream. This is the longest it has ever taken me. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Why is it taking this? I don't understand. It shouldn't take that long. I don't know. What do I have to entertain everybody with until then? Here, you want to see? I have a stack of random fucking draft cards from a Crimson Vow draft I did. Yeah, I like the frame. This is a foil in this frame. It actually looks pretty good, but yeah, the camera's not going to focus on it because it hates me. I think this frame looks really cool though. Oh yeah, and I got the box topper for actually winning this draft, but this was the one that was in it. And this is like the least expensive one that you can open, so oh well. We won all the battles, but we lost the war. We got oh yeah, the good old Edgar and Charmed Groom. He turns into his coffin. So, well, let's go. Come, how far are we? I don't know how long I can stall for. 53%. You've got to be shitting me. No, come on. Oh, you know what I can show you though? This is actually cool. I just got this week. This is the Murphys that Ishtin did. So I ordered it off of Redbubble. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm actually excited to have this. All right, 56. We're getting there slowly. We will have our deck in hand soon. People, I don't know, maybe the mana traders bot is just running really slow for some reason. It's tired. It works so hard all the time. It gets to have an off day, I guess. I don't really have much else sitting around me to amuse everyone with, though. Oh, well, you know what? I can show you this. You know what? I got sad that, like... Oh, wait, okay, here we go. Alright, well, let's get this stuff. Finally, decided to jump from, like, 60% to just all of it. Okay, let's go. It's a really weird mix of islands. I don't know why I bother to ask for the islands, because... There's got to be a faster way to do this. Now, I still have all, like, the well islands that it ends up using, so... Okay, perfect, we got it. Anytime now, mana traders, just... Yeah, there we go. Awesome, now we can put this together. Here, I'll show you. So, like, on an episode of Drunken Peasants, we were talking about Book It, and then, like, I had mentioned that, you know, I had actually done the Book It challenge and, like, got the medal for it, but I had lost my old one, so I ended up ordering a new... Like, I went on eBay and found one that was, like, in the color that I had it, so, yeah, I replaced my Book It medal with this one. Because I did legitimately earn one, and I was sad that it went missing, so there we go. That was what I was gonna try to stall for time with here. But now we can actually put our deck together. Uh Where is it? This one. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Excellent. Okay, well, that's... Come on. You can make this bigger. You know how to do this. Make the cards nice and big so everybody can see them. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. This is the deck list we're going to play. So, alright. It's modified from last time. So, last time... oh, yeah, let me put the Twitch chat back here. Excellent. There we go. Ignore. Okay. Excellent. Yes. Well, so this is what I was just about to say. Unfortunately, the Fish Queen is not with us this time because I'm cutting them from the main deck so I can play the Hullbreachers in the main deck instead. So, that's the change I'm making to the main here. I think everything else is pretty fine. I am very happy to have 4 Brazen Borrowers. And in the sideboard, we're going to change things up a little bit. Since we moved the Hullbreachers to the main, I included... and I cut 1 Grafdigger's Cage and then the 2 Hullbreachers to make room for some Null Rods. And yeah. Oh yeah, we have another... Or did I don't think I had 3 of these. No, I think I only had 2. So what was the other thing? I don't remember. If, oh, you know what? No, I think the third copy of Dismember here is what I'm going with. Anyway, yeah, this is what I want. So we have some Dismembers to bring in against like the not blue decks because I think those are the ones for the most part. Unless we go up against like Monastery Mentor, then I probably want some Dismembers. But Null Rod is very important against the Karn decks and also against the Storm decks because you can have all the forces in the universe, but if they play like Defense Grid and you don't have an answer to it right away, you could just die. But Null Rod slows them down immensely. They have to find an answer to this, and they can't get rid of it with stuff like Ratchet Bomb. So Karn's going to have a very difficult time answering Null Rod. Yeah, they can't. They're just like Stone Cold kills them if they don't have a way to deal with it. So, Null Rod extremely powerful against all the Karn decks, and it's good against Storm too because it turns off all the LEDs and all their mana rocks. If they're playing Wishclaw Talisman, it will turn that off. Turns off Hope of Garapure, which also then turns on your counter spells. So, very powerful. I like Null Rod a lot. This card's very expensive in paper. Online, this is like 1 to 2 ticks. In paper, it's like $50 to $60, I think. So. Because it's a reserved list card, unfortunately. Which also means it's the only card in my entire deck list I don't own in foil, and it pisses me off. But that's just how life is, so this is what we're going to roll with for today. So let's take it into a league and see how we do with it this time. We didn't do bad last time, but I think we could have done better. I don't know if Dismember or if Snag are the right interactive cards there, but I do want to continue testing Snag. Because one thing that I had mentioned in the Discord, we're not playing with Chalice, and I think that a lot of people lean on Chalice really hard, and I really have a hard time believing in that card. Because, like, most of the decks where it's a problem, like, if you put it on 0 against, like, Bomberman, Karn just kills it. It just ticks up and kills the Chalice, and then they just go off anyway. Or if you go off against Storm, you put Chalice in 0 to turn off their rocks, they'll just play Veil of Summer on 1 and then cast all their spells through the Chalice. So it's, it also eats stuff like a Braid or Petty Theft will bounce it or Teferi will bounce it. Like, so many cards, Prismatic Ending can get rid of it. It's really, really easy to answer a Chalice now. We're on the play, that's good. I'm going to keep it. I probably shouldn't, but I will. Because I like to risk it. Alright. But yeah, it's really easy to answer a Chalice, unfortunately, so I don't really believe in that card. This looks like maybe Delver. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So we have tons of tools for this deck. We would really want to draw another land, but... Alright, well this is not great. Well, we can tick up and, like, you know, tricks. Like, I'll probably take a hit from this first. I'll put the Adept out first and then use Trickster. Yeah. Brainstorm first, and then they'll probably play the fetch land. But we got the Aether Vial out, so, like, we can play around days if we want to. Yeah, no, we definitely want to test against this deck because these cards are part of the problem that we need to deal with. All right. So I really would like to draw a land if possible. So I'm going to play the Silvergill, hope we draw one. Yes, okay. And they might daze this or something. That's possible. But if they do, that's not a big deal. I'll probably just attempt to bounce the Delver back to their hand. Sure. Surveil, what do you got in the top? They put a Delver in top. Let's see if they have a daze. No, they don't. Okay, well then this looks really good for us. Like, sure, we can take a hit off this, but now, you know, we have vials and trick. Like, they don't have a counterspell, and like we can trickster and eat the crap out of this thing. You know, we can tick this up and put True-Name in play. Like, we have lots of really good options here. They don't have very good answers to them. Sure, go and attack for. You have to attack. You don't have a choice here. But we can use Trickster to try to just block this Dragon's Rage Channeler. Alright. I'm gonna keep this on 2 for this turn. Okay, well that's great. I guess I'm just gonna attack with Silvergill and see what they do here. Yeah, that can't be countered. Like, look at this. We just turned this game around. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't Pyroblast this thing. Like, yeah, it's fine. Please try to Pyroblast it. I fucking dare you. Yes. I love it every time. Why would you do this? This is the worst. No, opponent, Cavern of Souls. It does a thing. It really does a thing. All right. If Delver flips here, I think I'm gonna eat the Delver first. Well, it might not even attack. Like, they're in such terrible trouble right now. Look, they played Murktide, and again, I still have like a million answers to this thing. I can keep this on 2. That's fine. Because I can use the Trickster on this thing if I want. I can also just bounce the Murktide as well. That might actually be the best way to go here. Force of Will? Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna attack with True-Name because I'm gonna use Trickster in their turn, and then they're probably dead. Like, I'm not worried about this hitting me because I have 2 Lords, and like I can reasonably kill them here. I also have Borrower I could flash into play if I really want to be defensive here. Chain Lightning going after me. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it has to attack. Like, puts me to 5. They have 2 cards in hand, so I think we just got this. Um, is there a safe way to do this here? They kill the 2 Lords. They would still take 9. I need one. I need one of these to live. That's all. As long as they don't have 2 removal spells, I'm fine. All right, they have 0 removal spells. Excellent. And then we bring in 2 snags and I think 2 relics. Like, it's possible Dismember's the right card, but I think Relic actually might be it. Yeah, floop the pit. Let's see. Because I don't like Force of Will against their deck. I don't want to. I want to rely on stuff like Cavern of Souls and Aether Vial to get around their shit. I want their spells to like all their forces and dazes. I want them to do nothing. So I don't want to rely like on trying to go in a force battle because we'll exhaust the cards in our hand. They have more counter spells than we do, and I don't think that getting in a counter war with them is the way to go. Let's just put more threats and more tempo stuff in, and that should be enough to win. The relic can kind of undermine both of like 2 of the 3 of their primary threats because it keeps Dragon's Rage Channeler as a 1/1, and it also keeps Murktide from being able to come out. And in the worst case, it just cycles for a card, so this is definitely great. It's fucking fantastic, actually. We have a cavern and a vial, so even if they have like wasteland, it's not going to matter. Hullbreacher should also be really good if we can resolve it in response to like a brainstorm. It will just absolutely devastate them. And we draw the land too, so that's good. Well, they don't have days. I think that these matches should be pretty good for us now. Like, we have lots of cards for this. Like, Channeler, I'm not that concerned about. What I will probably do... Oh, they're going to Shattering Spree? Okay, sure. That's fine. I'll probably play the Lord of Atlantis first, because when I play the Trickster, I want to have multiple creatures in play to answer it, so... So they might have like bolts or something, but I want to try to get them to at least use one first before I try to eat this thing. Though we're getting close to Murktide land, so we got to be careful. So there's the bolts. We kind of knew that that was coming. So that still not an... Alright, Wasteland's going to go after Cavern here. Alright. Okay. I have more of these than you have stuff. Though, again, we might run into Murktide, so we got to be careful. As much as I would love to eat this Channeler with this Trickster, I may need Murktide to keep me alive. They're going after my creatures, that's good. So, no. They put a Murktide in the graveyard, interesting. Oh, they're getting in for one. All right, do you have one? Or no, no, they got in for the 3. Never mind. So it looks like they have it. Okay. It's not ideal, but... Alright, we can just pass here. See what they're going to do. Um... Okay. Sure. You're not going to be surveilling anything here. You're going to be donating a treasure to me. It's not great, but they only have one card in hand, so that was that was pretty good. All right, if they have nothing else, like we could actually defeat this. Okay. Yeah, they're out of cards in hand, so let's attack. We can just Trickster down Murktide. All right. No flip. Fuck. Expressive iteration. Yeah, that's actually gonna work, too. We're still, like, we still have very good chances of getting through this nonsense. If we can find, like, a Vapor Snag or even a Brazen Borrower would actually be pretty good. So that has to attack. Well, actually, yeah, this is getting bad. No, never mind. They just had it. All right, yeah, that works. Yeah, I did not realize that this was coming online again, and that yeah. So all right, that's fine. It was close. I think we just run it back. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it, because I have a lot of good stuff. They might have a force or something, but we'll just play this as a land and pass. So again, we have like all the important spells against them. Picking up Cavern would be nice. They haven't done anything here? Huh. I don't really need to play this as a land yet. It's possible if we can resolve this True-Name that, things will be good. Yeah, okay. Do you want to do anything else? No, okay. Alright, they have a Ponder here. I would like to play this True-Name around a Daze if possible, because I think this card is insanely important. Alright, again, I think I'm just gonna pass here, and if they do something, I'll just flash in like Hullbreacher and see what's up. Okay. Steam Vents, okay. Hmm. They have... Alright, let's play a Hullbreacher, see what they've got. Nothing, okay. That's a very good pickup. I think I'm gonna play this as a land here. So yeah, I think now we're in a pretty good spot. They took the damage. What is their hand? Their hand has to be terrible. Lightning Bolt the Hullbreacher. Okay. I could save it, but I think that this Vapor Snag is best kept. At least, oh, they didn't want to cast a Brainstorm there. They were still scared. They should be scared. Okay. I don't really. Did you like not learn this lesson? All right, let's attempt to eat this thing. Make them do something with this. See? Red Elemental Blast. Okay, that's not scary. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm saying. It's a critical density thing. We are showing that we have critical density right now. That's what's important. We got to be careful because this. I don't want this Murktide to come back online. Yeah. Okay. And it's getting close to that point. But we might have exhausted enough of their spells where True-Name can come out safely here. Play a land. Okay, well. Curious why they have this Steam Vents. Also, they're wasting this Chain Lightning on the Tide Shaper. That seems poor. Alright, what do we need here? Murktide's coming out next turn. I'm gonna calculate a little bit. So we're gonna definitely take damage from this Channeler. It might be correct to just play Silvergill right now. I'll show them this. Okay, that's not bad, actually. So I might need this Borrower to flash in and not die to Murktide. Alright, sure. We're facing down multiple channelers though. This is a problem. So now we're gonna see Murktide again. They want to attack first before they take away its ability. Makes sense. Yeah, 7/7's not great. That's not bad, actually. Okay, so take. I'm not really like dead yet. How do I win this though? Attack for 6, and then what happens next turn? Could draw another Lord and kill them. What happens if Channeler gets online? So if they have like another Bolt or something, I could be in a lot of trouble. I kind of think the correct thing to do right now is play Master. If these come online next turn, I'm probably dead no matter what. But this is a race and I have to start winning. They've had like a lot of answers this game. But this, I think, gives me the best chance of coming out of here alive. Okay, that's not that scary. Depends what else they have in their hand. Well, that's bad. Alright. Instant sorcery land creature, so yeah, we're getting smacked for a bajillion. They needed to find... If they find, like, a bolt, we're dead. You have to attack with this Murktide. Come on, you know this. Both of us know this. I guess if they don't have it and we find a Trickster, we could also win that way. They probably found it. They got to, like, dig 4 cards, right? They chose not to shuffle. That means they have to have something here. That does not qualify as something. I can only attack him for 6 damage. Yeah, I have no actual way to win here. Unfortunate, but it was close. His hand in the last game, I think, was insanely good, though. He did have multiple channelers and did not have a Cavern or Aether Vial for the last game, so that kind of sucked. It was a little bit clunky. I don't know. But this is what I mean. Like, I definitely feel like the snag is important because we need to have that critical density of stuff for this match. So we're not going to win it otherwise. So it's possible I could have copied Master with it. That's true, but you know, like I also have to be cognizant of stuff like they could just be holding a daze or something. Or, you know, they could have like wastelands and just be blowing up my lands, and I might not get to 3 mana if I don't play it as a land, so definitely, I mean, it's definitely possible, like, you know, if you're like soul reading them, you know that like you're safe, you're in the clear, you could definitely like go for it. That's a little bit more risky than I was willing to be, but maybe I had to be. That's possible. Uh yeah, it was, I think it was just tough because again, like I really want to get to, you know, 4 mana means it's really safe to play the 3 drops because the only thing they can really do there is force it. But I mean, it could have been correct to just jam anyway. That might just be how, you know, we might have to just approach it a little bit more aggressively. Hi, sweet Puri. But that's what part of this is. Part of this is just trying to test to see like what kind of strategy we can expect from these decks, so we can adjust to it. I think I keep this. I have Silvergill and Tideshaper here. I don't think I'm going to play the Tideshaper in turn 1 because I don't know what I'm up against, so I might actually need to use this. Okay, so yeah, I think I might need to use this to actually like hurt a land, so I don't know. I think this, but I also am not doing anything on turn 1 then if I do that. You know what? I'm going to play it. Do things in turn 1. I'm just thinking, like, all the games in Modern, like, you know, not doing stuff on turn 1 is actually really hard. Alright, see a Volcanic Island. Never did we not have it. There's Mishra's Bauble. Okay, so it looks like this might be Delver again. And they want to see what we have coming up. Well, they know about this, and there's like 0% chance that I'm attacking with Mutavault next turn, so let's get in with Tideshaper. I don't want to show them True-Name. I want to make them live in fear. If I show them True-Name, they won't daze this card. See, if I show them, you know, Trickster, they might be like, okay, we can handle Trickster, but... Now, next turn, if I want to hold back here, I can just, like, play Mutavault, play Trickster, you know, and then potentially just kill this thing. Ooh, that's rough. I kind of think I have to do that now. Now we have the double block, so it's going to be difficult for them to save their channeler. Not impossible, but difficult. So yeah, we can take 3 here, but at least one of these things should die. And we still have Brazen Borrower up. Okay. If we want to counterattack back, we can also do that. If they play Murktide, I can probably just bounce it. They played Misty, so Murktide's not coming out this turn. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's good. So here, I think I'm probably going to play True-Name. Or you know what? No, I should probably play Silvergill because... Yeah, okay. I want to play Silvergill because I can't play it afterwards. And then I can attack with Mutavault as well. Or I can just not. I can just leave up Brazen Borrower. What are the odds they have a removal spell? I feel like the odds that they're going to play Murktide this turn are actually pretty high. So let's leave up Petty Theft. If they want to like Pyroblast one of these things, I'm okay. But I definitely want to try to bounce a Murktide. Oh, if they're going to play Iteration, then I might actually just bounce this Channeler. Steam Vents, okay. I might kill them before they get Murktide out. Okay, if you want to daze it, that's fine. Okay, a Delver, we can live through that. That's pretty good. Let's see, do you have something for this? So I think now they're like in trouble. Yeah, that's a desperation block. So we have lethal in play even through one blocker, so they have to do something. They need more than just Murktide. They could have more than that, so... Okay, there. It's an 8/8, so that will. Yeah, okay. They have Channeler now, so that's neat. Um, so what happens if they have a bolt? Then I'm just dead, right? Yeah, if they have a bolt, I don't think it matters. Or if they get Delirium on with this thing. Which means one option I would have, if I attack with all three of these things, they do have to block both of these. If they have a lightning bolt, then it doesn't matter, but if they get this thing online, then it does matter. So what do they have here? Oh, if they have a fucking instant or sorcery, I'm just screwed. Okay, so what do I need them to have like lands in hand right now because they have creature artifact land here. Uh, the Hullbreacher is not particularly going to help me against this because they do have 11 flying damage here. Alright, I just have to hope this works. But if they cast a spell, then I just lose. This is another scenario where just like having another Borrower or something right now would just like win, or having another Trickster would just win. Um, but if they just go block like this and have no spell, we're actually okay. You know, if they have a spell, it's over. Oh, they had Bolt, then it doesn't matter. It's over. Damn it. Ah, is this not enough? See, this is what I'm wondering if, like, I don't know if bringing the Relic in is enough against this deck. You have to have it really early, and I don't like that. I mean, the other possibility is, like, well, we haven't actually drawn it yet, so it's difficult to say. Alright, we'll try it again. Like, if we find that, like, Snag plus Relic is not quite enough, then, like, maybe we can make some alterations here somewhere. This is fine. We'll keep it. Maybe we just gotta hold on to, like, the bounce spells a little bit longer. Because, like, the first thing that we play is almost certainly going to die. But we do have Trickster here, so we can play, like, Lord into Trickster. That might help. What did they keep? 7 cards, okay. There's Scalding Tarn. There's Channeler, okay. Like, this is too early to bounce it. I would love to, you know, I'm almost kind of wondering if I should play this right now. Because then I can play True-Name next turn and they can't do anything. I guess I just need them not to, like, wasteland me here. But I think it is correct to play this here. Because if I just play a Lord, that doesn't really set me up to do very much next turn. And I want this True-Name out as soon as possible. Because then when I play Trickster afterwards, it will guaranteed this thing is going to die. Once the True-Name is in play, the Trickster's power gets immensely better. Okay, so they're not going to wasteland me, which means we're 1000% playing True-Name next turn. Okay, Delver. So I guess I probably could Vapor Snag this Delver of Secrets. They play another Channeler. I think I have to do this because now things are getting a little bit too aggressive. Definitely the plan of just jamming True-Name into True-Name is fine. Oh, they're going to go after Cavern, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, nothing is attacking at least, so... See, here's part of the problem now. It's like I have Trickster online for these things, but I think I need to play Aether Vial. This is not safe. It's definitely possible that these could come online. I probably am. There's a very good chance I'm not blocking any of them, so I guess I should just attack. But I might be getting hit for like 9 damage this turn. Yeah, this is bad. Daze is now a thing for sure. Okay, petty theft. No. We lose the Aether Vial, but it's not pleasant. I think this is where we just have to pass. Because now we need to use the Trickster to stop the bleeding a little bit. Or I might just Brazen Borrower and bounce this Insectile Aberration. Because it's still, like, Daze is not going to stop it. You just put a bunch of lands. Alright, they put a Ponder there. What if they have double Daze? They have fucking double Dazes. Okay, sure, opponent. The 2 Dazes after they put one in the graveyard. That's alright. Not great. They have 3 things at the moment, so. Well, the good news is that means they probably don't have anything for this, so. Hmm. Alright, I gotta be a little bit more aggressive. There's Brainstorm. Alright, so I have to try to kill off one of these things, at least. If I can kill off one and put a Borrower in play to block another one, then, like, I might be in okay shape. But I'm kind of relying on them not drawing, like, a Pyroblast. Uh... They're lightning bolting the Lord of Atlantis. I mean, I guess I'm okay with that. It's not hitting my face, so... Let's hope this does what it's supposed to do. If they just have it, like, it's whatever. We can't do anything. Okay. I think if they had Pyroblast, they should have used it already, but they have another Bolt. No, that's devastating. I think this means we are dead. I think this is the problem. Like, we just keep facing, like, multiple channelers, and we're not getting out of this. Maybe what we need is, like, engineered explosives on one instead of, like, Vapor Snag. That could be. We're definitely dying right now. Yeah, because I can't survive if I can't survive this with what I have. So all right, we lose. It's unfortunate. We lost to that Delver deck again. Ugh. All right, well, so yeah, Channeler seems to be the real problem. Like, I don't think Relic is enough. I think we need to come up with a different plan for this. So maybe, yeah, maybe something like engineered explosives is what we want, because I can actually take out the 1-drops. I can take out multiples of them too. Round 1 was very close, but I think opponent had like a really good hand in game 3, so we kind of got stuck without Vial and Chalice, and that does seem to be the problem too. Like when we have the Vial and Chalice, or I mean the Vial and Cavern, like we're a lot better against the deck. When we don't have it, like it is so much harder. And then, you know, trying to rely on like drawing them does not really work. So, but this is good information to have, because this means we can better construct a plan to deal with this. So, all right, at least like we're learning things. I think this is fine. I'm not convinced Hullbreacher is quite doing what I need it to do. There we go. We got a nice message from the opponent. We're definitely going to keep this. They're on a mold of 6. So it's okay. Like I said, this is all preparation. So we need to identify what the weaknesses are now, so that we can come up with a plan to address it. Like, relying on Brazen Borrower also seems to be a little bit tough, because yeah, it's a little bit hard simply because it's 2 mana versus stuff that's 1. Okay, so Flagstones into Mox Diamond is not a good sign for us. This is definitely a Wasteland deck. And this Tide Shaper is not really good for us either. So this could be like either Maverick or lands. I don't think I'm happy to see either one of those. I'm going to play Glasspool, because I don't think playing a 1/1 is helpful right now. And I really want to get to 3 mana, but don't know what exactly is happening yet. Are we getting fucking Merit Lodged? Is that what's happening? No, not yet. Okay, not yet, but there's Wasteland. Okay, so you're down to 2 cards in hand. So depending on what the 2 cards are, we might still have a chance here. No, that doesn't look. That is bad. That is half of what we're afraid of right now. If I knew I was drawing that island, I would not have played Glasspool there. Do you just have like another one? Okay, okay. So they're copying islands here. Interesting. Yavimaya. So I can't do anything about the library. Let's take away the ability off of this thing. I would really like them not to be using that to copy Dark Depths. Alright, well, they had swords. That was their last card in hand, so Now they can Sylvan Library. So I think I'm in super danger here. I'm going to have to Tide Shaper this again next turn. It's not really ideal, but they're going to be digging way too deep in their deck here. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe not. It depends on what they find. Alright, now I gotta think here, because I get to look 2 cards deep. So if they find it in the top 3, it's bad, but otherwise, like, if it's not in the top 3, then maybe next turn it's not a problem. Oh, they found it. Like, well, okay, again, we're not dead yet, because we still have Trickster keeping us in this. Oh, we have that too. Alright. So, they don't have Sajeri Step, so, you know what? I'm just gonna cast this for 1. Because it's a 2/2. If they want to go for it, I can just... Again, I have both Trickster and Borrower, so... This is a really good reason to have Petty Theft in this deck. Well, they're tapped out and they don't have any response to this. Okay, this is a plus. Oh, you know what? I'm going to play this fucking Hullbreacher against the Sylvan Library, because then they're going to start just rewarding me for this. Oh, was that the fucking line that, like, I missed here? Was I supposed to just play this Hullbreacher, like, last turn? Because I would have got 2 mana to do this anyway. They have nothing in hand, so they may draw 2 additional cards. I guess I'm casting this either way. They're not going to be drawing any fucking additional cards with the Sylvan Library anymore. Because now they're just top decking, so... Let's see if they make the mistake of doing it. Yeah, no, it's a May, so we were actually correct not doing it, because they would have just chosen not to. That would be the... Yeah, we wouldn't have had the mana guaranteed, so no, we had to do it the way we did it. Yeah, that's exactly right. You are not going to be drawing any additional cards. You have 1 card in hand. Sounds good to me. Okay, well that's excellent. I don't actually need to do anything right now. I think I'm just going to play another Hullbreacher. Um... Yeah, that's fine. You can swords that one. I'm just going to play another one. I'll protect the next one, but I want this force up in case they find, like, crop rotation or something. So, like, some other important spell, because right now we've got a Vice Grip in this. Somehow, like, this game looked really bad starting off, but, like, we're actually turning this around quite well. Alright. I think I'm going to play True-Name this turn, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. Alright. Like, that should do it. This theoretically next turn we could play like 2 masters if we draw a land or something, but yeah, alright. Managed to get there. Okay, so this is like what, green white depths? Something like this. See, I'm familiar with like the black green version. I'm not really familiar with like the green white version of this. But in any case, we definitely want this. I think we want this to... I think Relic is good against these decks. Let me look. This is why, like, I need to do this so that I'm familiar with how these decks play. All right. So what are cards that we have to be worried about? Like, Gaddock Teague, probably Relic or Knight of the Reliquary, Elfish Reclaimer. So you know what? Dismember seems like that's probably good. Okay. What else? What else do we have to be worried about? He didn't play any creatures, but that doesn't mean he didn't have them, so. Yeah, I think this is correct. And then what is not good against them? Honestly, like, most of these cards are. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep Force of Will against them or not. They have a lot of really scary nonsense. I was playing Swords to Plowshares, and like a lot of these lists don't look like they. This one didn't have it for sure. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm unsure as hell as to what to do with this. Maybe. I don't like. I want to keep this force. I really do, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. Like, Tide Shaper also seems like this is probably good, but maybe it's not. Maybe the lords are not particularly great. Maybe Silvergill's not. Uh, I have no idea if this is correct, but I think this is how we're gonna try it. Yeah, see, this is what I want to say. Like, I want to play Merfolk at SEG as well, but I have no idea if that's right or not. This is not a very good hand, to be honest. Like, it does something, but not like a lot. And they're mulliganing to 6. So if I want to use this force, I have to give up the borrower. I need. This is better. Well, I guess it's better. I can, maybe. Online I rent my deck, yeah, but like I have this foiled out in paper, so. I own the forces and the borrowers on and like the cavern, so renting it is not that bad because I only need to borrow like 200 ticks of cards for it. They went to 5. Okay, I can live with this. So I'll probably play Glasspool as a land. Sure, Mox Diamond. Like, I'm not worried about Mox Diamond. That's fine, actually. I'm just gonna dismember that. Now that's good. Let's do this right now. We're just gonna hope that True-Name Nemesis is gonna get the job done. True-Name, copy True-Name. That's the plan. Okay, well, okay, that's actually great that this step is here. Because it could be in much worse places. Alright. Now, now we're in a pretty good spot, because now we can potentially race them. So it's going to take probably 2 turns before they can even attempt to assemble a combo, and we have the option to... Alright, well, now we probably just win. I guess we just have to be worried. Like, I doubt that they're going to surprise us with something like Plague Engineer, but, you know, it's possible. Alright. It would be pretty devastating right now if they did that, but that's the chance I'm taking. They just fucking get like Tomb with this and then get me Endurance. Sure. Endurance is not a threat at all. So now I can just play like Lord of Atlantis attack for 8. Like, this is fine. Yep. Okay, so what's faster here? They have no cards in hand, so I can either attack for 6 and then I have 9 in play, or I think It's gotta be better to play the Lord first attack for 8, right? That seems like that's probably stronger. So this also means they can't fetch with that. Alright, because now they're risking dying to the True-Name. I don't think that Dryad Arbor is going to get there. It's a very admirable defense, but no. Alright. There we go. We got there. That is typically a really bad match, but that's also one of the matches where having multiple Brazen Borrowers very much helps. And this is also a match where Dismember is going to help a lot. So it's one I do want 3 in the sideboard to help with this because like I think without like those tools we're going to have a very hard time against this deck most of the time. So I'm actually surprised that we lost against Delver but beat that one because I normally expect it to go the other way. But it's not as bad now because we do have the deck tilted pretty significantly towards having the interactive tools, so that's fine. We have enough cards. There's some of the versions, like if you're playing black, then you have Plague Engineer against me. That's going to be a lot better probably. This the benefit of playing green white, I guess, is you get to play more actual creatures, so you're not reliant upon Merit Lodge to win the game. Like Knight of the Reliquary is a very very reasonable threat on its own, same, and like both Knight and Elfish Reclaimer can get pretty beefy, and they also tutor up a giant Merit Lodge behind them, so they work well together. But Merfolk is going to struggle more against the black-based version simply because of Engineer, but I don't know how popular black is versus the white one. I'd have to take a look into what the leagues look like. So, let's see. All right, Kai Fly. We are on the draw. What do we got? You know what's also really nice about this? We haven't played against a companion deck in like, I don't know, 8 matches now. How the fuck does that like compare up to modern? I think I am gonna keep this. We've got like 3 threats here. These will replace themselves, and we also have Cavern of Souls. So like this seems like this is pretty reasonable. Like our stuff's uncounterable. We're gonna have more threats. So okay, snow covered island. That's fine. I'm probably not using it anytime soon, but maybe if this is like a surprise combo deck, I might actually enjoy having this. So definitely not protecting the Flusterstorm. Okay, this has to be like Omnitel or something, right? There's no fucking reason this deck would be playing Flusterstorm unless it was a combo deck. Which means we definitely want this Force of Will. Or maybe this is like the Narset deck. I guess it's possible it could be like Stoneblade or something. Alright, that's excellent. Well, I'll show you another Silvergill. You don't need to know about True-Name here. Oh, that's great. We'll probably play Mutavault next turn. Yeah, I feel like it's probably Omnitel. That's my read on this. I can't think of like another deck that'd be likely to main deck Flusterstorm. So if that tells me it has to be fucking Tundra. Okay, so like Prismatic Ending is probably a card. So is this? See, the Tundra's now throwing me off. Like, okay, so Omnitel's usually been playing blue-green, but I don't know if they have splash colors, and it doesn't look like it. They would normally be playing green. Okay, well, we're definitely forcing that. Teferi Time Raveler tells me this might be Stoneblade. I don't think that it's... Okay, I'm going to trust you here. I'm going to pitch the Silvergill counter Teferi. So I could play the True-Name Nemesis, or I could hold it up for Force, and I'm not sure what to do here, because I could put the shields down, and I don't know that I'm supposed to do that right now. You know what? If they got basic, and Tundra, I kind of feel like it's Stoneblade, and if it's Stoneblade, I really want this in play. That, all right, yeah, we're doing this. All right, what do you got? They might just be scared that we have stuff anyway, so we'll see. I mean, if it is, this True-Name is going to be very good. Like, if this is Omnitel, then we should have kept this in our hand. If this is Stoneblade, then True-Name needs to be in play right now. That is how this works. Okay, so what do we got? Narset. Okay, no, that's fine. Not really worried about Narset. It's probably going to get like Supreme Verdict if they can find it. This tells me more that it's probably Swords to Plowshares is fucking awful. Like, that is not helping you right now. Uh-huh. Guess we play Island here. I think I'm sending True-Name at Narset, and I'm gonna send these two dummies at their face. You know what? No. Because if I don't draw, I might want to be able to cast this Force of Will next turn. Hmm. It's also still possible they might have, like, a sweeper, so let's attack their face. Let's kill Narset. They played Narset and it traded with a Silvergill Adept, basically, and gained them 3 life. They're down to 2 cards in hand, so, like, yeah. I don't know, it seems like this is probably fine for us. Okay. That's good. This is also fine. They have only 2 cards here. Like, I could safely attack with this Mutavault now. If I need to pitch the Tide Shaper, so be it. Because they might be stuck with, like, Prismatic Ending in their hand. Okay, so this has to be... I think this actually might be, like, a Monastery Mentor deck. So I saw a couple of those the last time I was playing. And if it is, like, we just counter Mentor and they probably die. Yeah, like, Prismatic Ending just does nothing if that's what they're sitting on, or if they just have lands. Like, this is fine. Okay, yeah, so I think they're dead. I find it hard to believe that they're going to wiggle their way out of this. It definitely could happen. It's not impossible. Like, again, if they find, like, Supreme Verdict, then that could theoretically do it if we don't draw any more pressure for the rest of the game. They chose not to shuffle, and they drew a card, so whatever they found, they like it here. Okay, Brainstorm, sure. But I don't know, like, they're gonna get a 4 if they crack these fetches. That's not good for them. So my guess is we might see like a mentor. If they play mentor, I'm definitely forcing it. No, they go for another brainstorm. Okay. Interesting. That's got to be desperation. Like they have to be just lost here. Okay. Well, Merfolk. They have 3 cards in hand. What do they have? They have 2 cards left. Okay. Alright, you have to find an answer to True-Name Nemesis. And you are not going to be forcing anything, so I think this is still correct. Like, I don't know what they're going to cast here, but I don't think it's going to matter. Sure, Narset is not going to save you. I don't know what card you can find in these colors that's going to matter. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, we just got there. So, yeah, this if I had to guess that this looks like a Monastery Mentor deck, which means we probably want these Dismembers. Alright. That probably also means Brazen Borrower is not that good. We might want some Force of Negations as well. Just to counter, like, Teferi's. I think the Hullbreacher is okay, and I think everything else is mostly fine here. We could keep Borrower, but there's not a lot that we really want to bounce with it. Yeah, they're not. It doesn't look like they're playing green, so Uro's not really a consideration. So, I do kind of like Tide Shaper just as a 1-mana 2/2 because it forces them to. It's a threat they have to deal with. So this is 60 cards. Do I want anything else? Like I could bring in another Dismember, but I think I'm fine with just 2. Like they don't play a lot of creep. Like usually I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 mentors, and that's usually the win con. So this is a fine hedge, and if that's the case. Or if it's, I guess if it's like Stoneforge, and we can Dismember Stoneforge too. So we haven't seen any. We don't know exactly yet, so we'll find out. But I think we'll do okay. Well, Island Walk is definitely a thing. True-Name is definitely a thing. Like Hullbreacher does hurt them if it resolves, so and we need to counter Teferi so we can keep our other spells alive. I think this is okay. This is not like amazing by any means, but I'm not gonna throw it away. This does give me an answer to probably whatever they're doing. If I just like play one threat at a time until they just run out of stuff, that should be okay. Well, that is definitely something I'm happy to see. What I really would like then is also Cavern of Souls. So, I see this is kind of a weird spot too because I don't know if I actually should be playing the Master of the Pearl Trident. I'm not convinced that it's correct to do that. So I might want to just cast it against whatever they're playing here, so If they like tap out for Teferia, then I will definitely force Pitchmaster. The other thing is like if they play Teferi and I force it and they force back, then it also probably clears the way for a True-Name Nemesis. So that's still great. That's what's going through my mind right now. Or if they just play like a Mentor, then we can just dismember it with backup. I would be okay with this. Alright, it looks like they're going to make a move here. Alright, what is it going to be? I would think that it's Teferi. It's Narset? I don't think that I force that. It is worth 2 cards, but I don't know that that's actually the card that I'm really concerned about. I don't think that's where we go. Like, I think we just let them keep that. And then I try to flash in Hullbreacher next turn, and then go from there. Well, they have swords. That's not great. If they have swords, then you know what? I'm going to play a master here. That'll give them something to burn their swords on. Really, you just have to interact with the important cards. Like, yeah, Narsec does suck because like we can't draw extra cards. Well, this is so like Silvergill is bad here, but it's not really the important card right now. So yeah, and I just don't think it's wise to make a move preemptively like this. All right, what are we doing here? Days Undoing. I very much don't want to be doing that. If they have a force, I'm in trouble. Yeah, they do. Okay, well that sucks. Okay, so there. This is like a Days Undoing control deck. Gotcha. They're looking to force this, so they paid the life already. So well, they have 7 cards. I think this means we're probably screwed. All right, but we kind of know what their win condition is, really. Like, well, sort of. I don't know. We don't. I guess we don't actually know because we just know that they're planning Days Undoing to remove all of our threats, but they haven't actually shown us how they win the game yet. So definitely the other force is going to come in now, and I might bring the Borrower back in just to bounce the Narset. Because this looks like we do need a density of counterspell, so the last force has to join us. They have Teferi, okay. But I'm going to make him show me what he's actually going to use to win the game. That matters, because that's going to inform my sideboard choices. Force a will? Okay, sure. What are you going to do? Gotta see how they're going to win. Now, this is the part that's going to take a while. It's going to eat up a bunch of their time, but they have to like show me a win condition so I know what I'm playing around. Okay, well, dress down, just cycling it. Okay. It's fine. You still gotta show me, like, what it is that kills me, though. Okay, Pyroclasm is annoying, but sure. They effective, yeah, they 3 for 2, or no, they like, yeah, they 2 for 1 me, so that's because they got a card back down out of dress down, so. Okay, you can show me all the Narsets in the world, but like I am assuming maybe it's like Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, but if that's what it is, we still have to know. And if that's what it is, then they're gonna have to work for their fucking win because I'm not just gonna give it to them. They're gonna need to like actually like prove that they can win. That's part of this game. We won a game last week because of the opponent was not able to win the game in the amount of time they were given, so it definitely is a thing that can happen. I guess I'm not really playing this. There's not really a point to playing it yet. Ah, but this is the boring part because now we have to just sit here fucking forever until something happens. Like, I'm not gonna concede just because I'm bored. That's not happening. You gotta tell me, what am I concerned about here? Ah, yeah. Well, yeah, this is only game 2. Like, we won the first game, so like, in order to adjust our sideboard for game 3, we actually do need to know what it is that we're worried about. Like, what is their win conditions? That matters. Like, if they don't have any, if they don't have like a mentor or something, then I don't want Dismember in my deck. But if they do have mentor, then I need to keep it in case they just go for it like early or something. So that's why this, we can't just concede. Like, it's, even if I wanted to, I can't because I have to know what they're doing first. Like, just playing Teferi Time Raveler doesn't actually win you the game. You're gonna need a different card than this one to do it. Okay, Snapcaster Mage. So is their plan to just like beat me down with Snapcaster? That could actually be it. So okay, so if this is what their plan is, then I don't need Dismember because like this is not gonna like win the game on turn 3, and that's really the only reason I need like Dismember in case they like play a threat that actually is early game can actually like come and put a serious presence against me. But I'm also just happy to let them use up their time. That's totally fine because they might, yeah, if they, depending on how much time they use up, they might not have enough for the last game. So, all right. The more clicks they go through, the lower their chances are of actually winning game 3. Besides, they might show me more cards that I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have like Mentor in their deck and they just didn't show it to me yet. They're just going to try to surprise me, but maybe the time is going to dwindle low enough where they think, okay, it's actually worth it. All right, Shark Typhoon. See, that is a relevant card to know about. We need to know about Typhoon. They're going to actually cast it for real. This is important. So this does mean that probably Brazen Borrower matters. So we really want to be able to bounce the tokens. Like, if they cycle this early, I think being able to bounce a Shark token is probably good. But I mean, we also, I think, want to be able to bounce Narset as well. I'm not blocking, obviously. Okay. It's going to take them at least a few more turns. They've already gone through like 5 minutes just on this, like, just since, you know, they cast that Days Undoing, so this is not, like, really a quick deck. Do 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 do. You know, do you have another Snapcaster to flash in? Or are they realizing, no, they should. They just don't want to cast it there. I don't know. What's your deal, opponent? Mm-hmm. And, okay, they've gotten wise. They're just not doing anything other than attacking here, which is smart. They shouldn't be doing anything else other than attacking because it eats too much of their time. Now, if they can cast a spell here, they can actually they they're just, why would you, oh, they're gonna force a will it. Okay, I got you. They're gonna use that and then force a will, make another shark token, so that'll do it. All right, that's fine. So they will manage to kill us in this turn. So they'll end with about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. All right. I mean, it's not a lot of, like, it's a fine amount of time, but it's not like an insane amount. All right. I think I can bring this in. I think we can take Dismember out. I don't think Merfolk Trickster matters a lot in here. By the time they're playing the creatures, they shouldn't really matter. The rest of these actually probably do matter, so... yeah. I don't think I change anything else. I think we just do it like that. This is a match where I think Borrower matters more, because in response to Days Undoing, it can always bounce their Narset. Yeah, we'll keep this. Play Glasspool in turn 1. And then I can play Silvergill, and then with the Tide Shaper. Alright, here we go, game 3. This, again, like, could be a little bit better. I'd be a little bit happier if I had, like, a Cavern of Souls, but we take what we can get. If we drew Cavern, like, this turn, that would be the tits. So that's not bad. Okay, that's also okay, because that means we can, like, either cast Borrower or Hullbreacher next turn. I'm definitely keeping this Tide Shaper back to pitch to a force. I mean, they could Sword Silvergill if they want. That doesn't really confront me. I guess we just want to draw more blue cards. Okay, I mean, that does count, so... It would be really awesome if they cast a Brainstorm next turn. You can swords it, that's fine. Not worried about us fucking 2-1. I already drew a card off of it. I'm okay. Alright, well, I'm definitely casting that. Yeah. And I will use a force to protect it if I must. Because this is like the one card they can't actually deal with once it resolves. They could have Dress Down, I guess. That's possible. Brainstorm. Okay. Sure, go ahead and brainstorm. See if you can find another Force of Will. Good, I just need to not die. Narset, huh? Okay. That's fine. So I have a few options now. I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to... They didn't use Narset because they didn't want it to die. I think here I'm just supposed to... Like, I could flash in a Hullbreacher and then, like, none of us are drawing cards. Uh-huh. See, I can put them to 12 here. Like, what are their options for getting rid of this? Alright, I'm going to go after Narset because then this means if they minus it, it dies. No, I know they're going to cast Days Undoing. That is a given. But I'm trying to decide, like, I'm almost tempted to let them resolve Days Undoing and just cast Hullbreacher instead so they get nothing. Like, neither of us will have any cards. And then I have, like, they're in a lot of trouble then, so... Because I mean, I have the option to flash in like Hullbreacher, and then if they like try to remove it, then I can also still force the Days Undoing. Oh, they're sacking the Narset. They realize like there's no way that this plan is gonna work out in their favor. So, okay, that's fine. They have to find an answer to this true name because it's really dangerous to them right now. And I kind of don't want to play the Brazen Borrower because I think I need it now. Yeah, because they have a force in hand, so like I probably need to have double force up. Like it doesn't feel safe to jam this. Unless they cast a brainstorm, then I would probably do it. Or if they find like Verdict, then I need to do something about that. Days Undoing. See, now this is okay, so this is the thing. I'm gonna cast Hullbreacher here. Now they're in the scenario where they need to have like two answers or they're screwed. Which one's the one that matters more here? I think keep Force of Negation. Yes! The Hullbreacher gets it done! They just gave up with the Narset, and then we got him with the Hullbreacher. Alright. The card is doing what it's designed to do. Alright. Everybody, I need to take a quick 2-minute break. I will be right back. Give me a minute. I'll return and we will jam our last game. Alright, we're good. That's it. That was incredible. We had an amazing, amazing game there. Just playing patiently with True-Name. That's all we had to do. Alright, let's try to finish strong. On the play. Yes, the hand's okay. It's not, like, amazing or anything, but we will keep it. Alright. Like, I don't know. Like, in the blind, I'm not really sure I can throw a playable hand away. Opponent kept 7 cards. Okay. Snow-covered mountain. What does this mean? Maybe... Oh, we are fucked. We are so incredibly, ridiculously fucked. Oh, fuck. Alright. That's bad. Okay. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm gonna have to try to use Merfolk Trickster to deal with this thing. And just pray that they don't have, like, a lightning bolt or something for this. So I'm gonna play Island Pass and then just hope that I can Trickster and kill this Goblin Lackey and nothing bad happens. Goblins is a fucking incredibly bad matchup for us. Oh. Well, this is where we're at, though, so... It's not bad. The problem, like... Alright, the problem is if I play this Adept, like, they're not going to run this thing into it, so... What I need them to do is commit to running Lackey into Trickster. I would love to play this Adept here, but it's just not going to work, so... The worst case is even if they have a Bolt, that's not actually going to deal with this. So, like, it will still stop them from putting a thing into play. So... Oh, it's going to work. Okay, excellent. See, this is what I was hoping for. Because now they're not going to get, like, their big thing in play. Alright. If we could find Tide Shaper, that would be excellent. Oh, a Servant? Okay, that's not great. Well, then we could have been in a real trouble then. Okay. How fucked are we right now? Like... Painter Servant on red. Don't they... They normally put it on blue, though, so they can play, like, Pyroblast and red elemental blast. So I'm very surprised that it's on red, because that's usually for like hydroblast. So what is the deal with that? All right, I need to actually check. Well, I gotta see if I can quickly figure out what the reasoning is behind this. Okay, all right. I think I'm looking at this. So, does it matter, or do they just pick a random color? So I see Goblin, Crater Maker, Welder, Engineer. No, but this one doesn't have Lackey in it. Okay. Um, we have a lot of choices to make right now, and very, very conflicting information about what's going on. I don't see any deck that's playing both of these cards. So this has to be something special our opponent put together just for us. Okay, so let's assume that it's like a regular painter deck. The regular painter deck does have goblins in it, so like Goblin Engineer is definitely a thing. All right. I am so confused. I don't know what direction to go in. What about this Urza Painter? Does this help me? I don't think it does, actually. No. No, 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 no. Hmm. I think that if I play the Lord of Atlantis, I can attack through this thing right now. If I play the Silvergill Adept, I could try to find a land so I can play 2 Lords next turn. That might be good. Or even if even next turn finding, yeah, there's still a lot of cards I can get here that would help me. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but I think I need to do this. All right. That's not exactly the one I was hoping for. All right, let's attack and see if they do anything. They took the damage. Okay. The fucking psych out worked. Okay. All right. How much trouble are we in? Flame Wizard? What is this nonsense? Okay, I guess this is for, like, Goblin Engineer? Muxus. No, okay, so this Painter's Servant, this has to just be, like, a Goblin's hybrid combo deck. Are you fucking kidding me? Reanimate Muxus? Holy shit. That just fucking happened. They just fucking played Reanimate on Muxus. What the hell? Alright. Another Muxus, a Chromox, a Paint. I am so confused right now. What is happening to my world? I don't know what to... Nani? Oh, fuck. How do I deal with this? I guess I'm playing True-Name Nemesis next turn. This thing's... Like, they could attack with this if they want to. There's not really a reason not to. The rest go in the bottom in a random order. I have no fucking idea what I am worried about here. Okay, what I do... Alright, there is one thing I need to be worried about, and that's Grindstone. So I guess I need to kill this Urza Saga right now, or, like, Tideshaper, or I'm dead. That's not gonna work. No, that's gonna go directly into play, and then Painter Servant's gonna end my life, so... Yeah, that's gonna be it. I think that just the Painter Servant plus the Urza Saga is a win, so... They put in 4 copies of this plus Saga and then 1 Grindstone, and that's a way to win the game, I guess? Okay, sure. At this point, I'm not even sure what's going on, so I'm just gonna assume that maybe they don't have it. Like, there's like no way that they don't, but I can't make that assumption anymore. But I guess they're just trying to turbo out a Muxus here. So they just, that maybe, yeah, they're playing Fisher Wizard just so they can play Muxus here. That is fucking insane. I'm not even mad. Like, I don't, okay, there's the Grindstone. All right, we can see. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. You got it. You showed me. Yeah, I'm I'm not that good at magical cards. Oh, fuck, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to sideboard against this. What am I supposed to do? Like, I definitely need like, I guess I need Dismember. Like, that's for sure a thing. Guess Vapor Snag as well. Like, this is probably a card I need. Keep the Borrowers. I Force of Will goes away. And oh fuck, I don't even know. Like, I can't take in Null Rod just for that, right? That's not like I having an answer to the Painter Servant is definitely more appropriate. Okay, I have to take out one card. I guess Hullbreacher is not really that impressive against their deck. I could bring in something. Fucking reanimating a Muxus. Sure, you got me. That is that is actually incredible. Okay. I guess I could keep one Hullbreacher, which doesn't really do anything. Or I could keep one Force of Will just for shits and giggles. I think maybe we'll do that. I think the rest of these cards are fine. I have... Jesus. Alright, I guess I'm going to do this. I have a Dismember, and the Dismember does actually matter, so we'll keep it. Hope that Wasteland doesn't ruin our entire existence. So their plan is like regular goblins plus like Muxus reanimate plus Painter's Grindstone. Okay. I mean, it worked. I don't it did kill me, so I can't really shit talk it. This is why I like playing Legacy, because like only in Legacy do you really get to find such amusing decks. Like this is just hilarious. Like no matter what happens in this match, like this is like legitimately a good time. So yeah, I'm not even upset. I don't know. I'm just tickled by this. Yeah, and I will take this over fucking Luris and Modern every other match any day of the week. Okay, you are going to choose Goblin. That makes sense. There's your lackey. Okay, well, I guess I'm playing Silvergill Adept and hoping. Uh, yeah, I'm still playing Silvergill Adept. I do have Dismember, but I don't want to burn it this early. If this Silvergill can live for one turn, then I'm not that worried about Lackey. But if they have, like, yeah, they're okay, so they do have it. Yeah, Munitions Expert. So they're gonna play Muxus here. But at the same time, like, even if they play Muxus, like, it could go badly for us. Alright, like, it depends how much stuff it puts. Now, if it's just Siege Gang, like, that's also not great, but it's far from the end of the world. Okay, like, this is... we can live through this. 2/1/1 red goblin tokens. Sure. What did I reveal for this? I think I want to make sure I play the one I reveal. Master the Pearl Trident. So yeah, I'm definitely playing Master here. This Goblin Lackey is definitely not hitting me. I will dismember it if nothing else, but I have lords to put in play. I can just vial in another lord and have like 2 3/3s to block plus dismember block or backup. It would take an incredible amount of force to push this thing through again. Crater Maker, okay. What are you going to do here? Yeah, I didn't think you were going to do anything. I think they're going to use the... Oh, you know what? I could have dismembered the Crater Maker right there. That would have actually been the play. Well, they didn't have mana for it. Yes, I would like to use its ability. Nope, I'm going to keep it on 2. There we go. I don't have to do anything here. I can just pass. Yeah, now that I think about it, like, it is definitely possible that dismembering that when they fetch was the way to go, so... But they don't really have any attacks themselves, so... Now that's also reasonable, because I probably want to keep that in my back pocket for right now. Let's see how they deal with this attack. We're hitting for 10. We have some good interaction here, so... Okay, that's fine. They'll sacrifice it to Siege Gang, I'm sure. I'm not going to bother with the Tide Shaper just yet. I'm going to keep Trickster back for the time being. Destroy target permanent if it's blue. Okay. Surprised they didn't do that earlier. They could have made a lot more favorable blocks if they had used it in combat. Okay, the servant is online. They chose black this time. Okay. It's important to note, Trickster does not turn off the Painter Servant. Do not make that mistake, because that would be devastating if you got that wrong. Huh. That is very good. Okay. I think I'm fine sending in Mutavault plus a Trickster. Yep, that's fine. You just take a bunch of damage. And we just pop off Dismember at an appropriate time. I don't want to tap out for this Tide Shaper just yet, so... What? Fury is bad. That is really bad for us. The hard cast Fury is just not something I am prepared to handle at the moment. They can kill off like these two. And they have fucking Reanimate in their deck for this card. It's so fucking bad. Oh my god. Yikes. Alright. Well, they also have the mana to cast Muxus, or almost. Like, they're at 5, so, like, even if they found it with Lackey, it really wouldn't matter. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you killing Silvergill Adept? Like, I don't see what's Like, why does this matter? Oh, you want to get in with your Lackey, huh? Okay, I think I see. Okay, what are you gonna do here? Interesting. I think I'm just killing the Lackey and I'm just letting everything else through. Maybe they do have Muxus in hand, and I don't really want to let them do that. um, it's not a goblin. And that Fury is so devastating, though. I think I just have to let this happen. Alright. How close are we to dying and how close are we to winning? I think I also have to dismember this Fury. As much as I hate to say it. Right now, if I draw a Lord, I put them to 3, but they're going to gain a bunch of life back, but I have Island Walk. Dismember's going to kill this thing. So they still have Siege Gang. They can sacrifice 4 things, so I'm effectively at 6, so I can't take 2 damage. I think I have to kill this thing, because I'm not going to survive long enough. Like, if this thing hits me, I'm dead, so... I don't have time to dick around with Painter Servant. If they draw the Grindstone, so be it. I mean, you can't sacrifice that one. But I do have 3 blockers, if nothing else, so... But, like, drawing the Lord means I could attack for 3. I still have 3 blockers, and they wouldn't be able to kill me there. Right? Okay. I can't afford to do that. That's actually good. That's also really good. Because now I still have 3 blockers, right? So, I could attack with this Trickster. Like, it doesn't really matter if they block or not. I don't particularly want to block with Silvergill, but if it trades with something, so be it. So, what's gonna happen here? Yeah, I have 3. I'm basically okay. I'm basically at 3 life, but I can. Yeah, I have enough blockers to block everything. Okay. We're living on the edge here. I don't think it's possible they have like Plague Engineer, so I should go after the Badlands. Okay. So I guess I attack with the Trickster, see if they want to block. If they don't block, I still can block 3 things. The silver, yeah, like it's fine. Um, so I have to attack with Trickster. I think they just took it. Okay, that's good. Okay, and I guess I just need to hope they don't have anything, so... Maybe this gives me a chance where if I draw an Island Walk Lord, I could get there. So we'll have to see what happens. They'll go to 10. Like, I will lose Silvergill Adept, but I think I would be alive. That's not great. Okay, well, that makes it the math a lot harder. Yeah, okay. They found Ringleader so they could play 2 goblins. I think I'm dead no matter what I do now. Okay. So what happens here? They have 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goblins to sacrifice, so it doesn't actually make a difference. Oh, finding Ringleader was just good, so I couldn't deal with them having a haste goblin. That was too much. So yeah, it looks like it's just regular goblins, except they are also playing paint. Why didn't you just kill me? You can right now, right? You just sacrifice both of these. Yeah, this is good enough. Okay, that's look. We're never like beating that deck. I'm sorry, goblins is fucking unwinnable. So yeah, that there's no chance that that's gonna change. All right. Well, gotta look at this and think about this again. So what other options do we have here now? The Hullbreacher did work in one matchup. So we ended up 2-3. Like, we lost against Delver twice, and I'm not okay with that. I want my Delver matchup to be a bye. Alright, I need it to be. So Hullbreacher was really good in one match, but I don't think that was enough. Maybe if we put Snag over the Breacher in the main deck, and if we play like Red Elemental Blast in the sideboard, that could fix a lot of problems for us. Right? Like, it would also help against goblins, because Red Elemental Blast actually does things against that deck and can kill their creatures when they're in play. The Snag is fine in the main deck, I guess. I don't know. I think really like these 2 cards are the ones I'm unsure about. I think everything else is about where it needs to be, but we need to figure out what we're doing with these 4 slots. Maybe could cut 1 Glasspool Mimic and do something with that, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not either, so it's very hard to say. Curious what chat thinks, but yeah. I don't know, the Goblins with Urza Saga was really cool. Yeah, there was nothing I could really do about Grindstone. I presume that they just run like 1 because they play. Their win con is not like it's not Grindstone plus Painter. That's their win con. It's Saga plus Painter, because they'll run 4 and 4 of that. So they only need 1 Grindstone in the deck for Saga to find, and that's enough to win them matches. Otherwise, like we could play like Thassa's Shift in the sideboard if we want, but it takes up way too many slots. The benefit to what they're doing is it actually I guess technically we could do something like that if we want to. You think this deck is better with Daze? See, I think the problem with Daze is it sets us back a little bit too much. Yeah, like we don't really have a lot that we're doing in turn 1. The reason Daze is really good in a deck like Delver is because their 1-drops attack for 3 damage, like, all the time. So when they're like playing a creature on turn 1 and then setting themselves back to 0 lands with Daze, their creatures are worth a lot more in turn 1 than ours are. Like, we really need to get to 2 and 3 mana for our creatures to do what they're supposed to do. Like, because True-Name Nemesis is really devastating. The thing is, you have to get to 3 mana to do it. And if you Daze, you're not getting the 3 mana anytime in the near future. And by the time you do, it might be too late. So it's why I don't like Daze with this. But it is rough to say, because like I do agree, if we had better stuff to play in turn 1, like Tide Shaper is definitely an improvement. I like that Tide Shaper against a lot of these decks is a 2/2 on turn 1. I mean, just 2/2 bears attacking is totally fine to win a lot of these matches. Like, you don't need to have a whole lot of pressure. Just, put one or two, like, 2/2 dinks out, and, like, then your opponent has to do something about it, because if they don't, they, will just get killed by it fairly quickly. It's kind of the same principle as Delver. Like, it's just that their turn 1 creatures are a little bit better, but, like, ours are a little bit better on the back end. But we have to, like, get to the point where we can resolve them, and we have to not die to Delver first, so. Whereas, like, yeah, if we have enough answers to stuff like Murktide, then we can definitely race them. But if they manage to stick something like, if they manage to stick like 2 or 3 creatures, you're not going to win. So that's my problem with it. Now, what I'm sort of concerned by is, like, Snag seems like it was fine against Murktide, but it wasn't that great against the Channeler or the Delver. I guess it's fine enough against Delver because it still unflips it, so that it does help. Slows it down a little bit. Channeler, it's a little bit less great because as soon as they replay it, it's still a 3/3, where Delver has to go through at least a full turn cycle before it gets flipped again. But yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe the answer is we have to get rid of. Yeah, maybe we just get rid of the Hullbreacher and put, like, Snag over here, like I said. And, where Hullbreacher would be here, maybe we could just play, like, Red Elemental Blast. That's definitely possible. I think I even have those still, because those cards are not terribly expensive. Maybe. Do I have any? No, it doesn't look like I still have them. Oh well. Yeah, I guess the bot wanted them for like 0.01 ticks or something, but like that would be the idea behind this. We could definitely do that. Spell Pierce, I don't know, like, because again, like, the reason that we're struggling against Delver is not because of, like, the spells. I think for the most part, it's really the creatures. That's why I want more interaction against the creatures. I like having Borrower for that reason, and I like having Snags for that reason. And this also has the benefit of, like, if we ever play against taxes, Snag is also very good against that, because it gives you more ways to slow them down so they can't just, like, jam Cauldron Complete and now you're just screwed. So have a good night, Hataraxi. Like, we're just about done. Like, we're just wrapping up and, reviewing what our deck looked like. So I guess the Dismembers, I think, so yeah, the Snags I think are fine against, like, the little creature decks, or like, I guess it's fine against the decks with, like, Murktide and the decks with, like, Stoneforge Mystic. I think Snag will be good there. I think that we need Dismember against, like, the Knight of the Reliquary decks and, like, the Plague Engineer decks. So that's kind of why I have a split of them right now. But I'm wondering if maybe we supplement, like, the Delver stuff with Red Elemental Blast. So that'll deal with like Dragon's Rage Channeler, and I mean, it can even counter, like, Lightning Bolts if we need it to. But it also would go, like, and help us more in other matches. Like Goblins, it's actually a better card to bring in because we have, like, we are struggling so much against that deck, and, like, I can't reasonably make that a good matchup, but I can at least give myself more tools to bring in against it. Yeah, and also, like, against the red prison decks, like, definitely Blue Elemental Blast could be a card that we want, because on turn 1 it can counter, like, a Blood Moon or something. Or it can destroy, like, a Blood Moon or a Chandra Torch of Defiance or whatever nonsense they're jamming out, like a Goblin Rabble Master, whatever they're, like, trying to throw out. Like, the Elemental Blast can actually just remove it, so there is that. But mostly I think it's because it kills Channeler. Like, that's pretty good. And yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know what else, like, could go in that slot. That's something I'll have to think about. But I think maybe I have one more week to test a list for Legacy and Philadelphia, so we'll have to see. Like, I am leaning towards, like, trying it like this with the Snags in the main deck, because I do think these are really good. Like, Delver is probably going to be the most represented deck just because it's really good. Like, I'm not convinced that banning Ragavan has made that deck actually any worse than it was, because it's still picked up, like, an incredible amount of cards. They're still jamming Channeler. They still have Murktides. They even had like expressive iterations they picked up this year. Blue-Red Delver is very likely still the best deck in the format by a fairly wide margin. So I am trying to make sure that I'm prepared to fight against many of that throughout the day. And I don't like, aside from the Steam vents, I don't think it's like a terribly expensive deck. Like, a lot of the cards are the same cards you play in Modern with it anyway. So like Force of Will and like, or I'm sorry, not Steam vents, Volcanic Island. Yeah, you play like Force of Will and Volcanic Island, and basically the rest of the deck is just fucking ported over from Modern. So I expect quite a lot of people are probably going to play that. It's still really good, and like, I don't think it's like egregiously hard to acquire the cards to play it in paper. So yeah, so if anything that's going to make my matchup better against that, that's where I want to be. The only other ridiculous thing that we could try is like, a Chrome Mox build, but I'm not sure that I want to go down that far and like card disadvantage. Yeah, that's a no-no. And I could also, like, the other, again, another option is maybe I could forgo the Relic of Progenitus and just try, that getting more sideboard slots, maybe play like 3 cages and just pray that I don't go up against like Reanimator or something. So we haven't seen like a single Uro the entire time, so maybe Relic is not actually that relevant. And I thought Relic was going to be more helpful against Delver, but we didn't really have it at any point. But it also seems like part of the problem is once they like get the first Murktide, like, you're not really slowing them down anymore, because the Channeler does put cards in their graveyard extremely fast. They just go like cantrip into Surveil into cantrip into Surveil, like, and yeah, they add fetches to, like, I don't, it's probably outpacing Relic. So I might look at this slot and say, you know what, if I go up against Uro, so fucking be it. I will just have to like eat it versus that card. But at the same time, this might not be doing its job against Delver, so maybe those are slots we also look at too. So that's where I'm at with this now. So we will be playing one more week of Legacy before the big event next week, and then afterwards, we'll either play Modern or Pioneer. I'm not sure which yet, but we'll move on to something else for a while. We'll come back to Merfolk at some point then. So I just want to keep everything a little bit varied, because I know like not everybody is a Legacy person. Like not all the Legacy people like Modern as much. I mean, I think Legacy is a better format, and it might have something to do with the fact that Ragavan and Lurrus are not legal, and neither is Wrenn and 6. So maybe just a little bit has to do with that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, I'm sure. So. But yeah, well, I still want to make sure that we get a variety of stuff in here, so everybody stays entertained throughout the, every week. So, in any case, that's all I've got for today. So, well, you know what we should do? It's time. We need to go find, what do we got good that's going on right now? Let me take a look here. Who is doing stuff and why? Oh, you know what? We're going to see Stickball Russ. Okay, that's not even a question. He's preparing to play some Modern in Philadelphia, and I believe he's going to be playing some Mill. So we definitely should go and support him while he's testing. Yeah, all right. I want to thank everybody for showing up. So I'm having fun playing Legacy, and this is good information. We kind of know what our targets are, so we'll get there. All right, everybody, I will see you again next time.